So in this section we'll talk about boleos. We have back boleos, front boleos, and line boleos in this dance. We'll talk about the back and the front boleo. So if Jenna just shows us a high boleo, it's going to look like this. That's a high back boleo. And a high front boleo looks like this. So if you see her position in the high back boleo, she's pointing the toe and turning out. This knee is behind the other one. Right? On the front boleo, it's kind of like sitting cross-legged in a chair. She's crossing over, and again, right here, she's pointing and turning out her free foot, if you can see that over here. Yeah? Now, how we lead and follow these is, for the leaders, on the back boleo, she needs a 1-2 pivot. So I'm pivoting her one direction and then changing the direction of the pivot. And the moment that I change direction of the pivot, that's when her high boleo happens, right? And then she comes back down and collects. So high back boleo. The front boleo is just going to be one big front pivot. So I give her a big pivot to the front. She does the high boleo, and then as I return, she comes back to the collection. So she's doing high boleo and collecting. It takes you have to have enough pivot there, but it still has to be comfortable in the embrace. For the leaders, you want to make sure that you're not using your arms and hands too much, because it might knock her over. For the followers, you should also know how to do a low boleo, because if the dance floor is really crowded, you have to be able to do a low boleo, which looks like this. And if you see Jenna's foot position, her heel is closer to me than her toe is, so we're maintaining that turned out position, and the leg is still behind the other one. Same for the front boleo. If she keeps it low, it's just going to be a little tuck in front. She's going to be hiding her right knee. Right? So you always want to have those options. Even if a leader gives you a lot of impulse for a high boleo, if the floor conditions are really crowded, we want to keep the feet on the floor so that we don't kick other people. So we can use this from a back ocho. If I do a side step, secret weight change, here's the O, here's the cho of the back ocho. I give her a 1-2, and then I can do that little cross through step that we just learned, the pausing step. Right? So again, from a different angle. There you saw a high boleo. Now if we combine it with the front boleo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a 1-2 to get the back boleo, but the 2 is going to be a large pivot, so it also gives her a front boleo. Now I unwind her, and we end up into the back ocho again. Right? So the boleo is reversing the direction of the pivot, or of the ocho. Right? So if I do 2 boleos, a back boleo, followed by a front boleo, that's going to keep us in back ochos. And if I just do one back boleo, that's going to keep us more in a front ocho scenario, or a front crossing through scenario. Right? So if we're doing it with the music,